we're playing salvage mission here as we've got a matchup now between the Michiana Marauders. They're just one game away from winning their first series. And the Fair Game Rail Runners. And I have captain of the Michiana Marauders, Doug. He is here. I think if you don't hear him, he stepped away for a moment, but he'll be back as we are about ready to get going here in just a moment. Team League X-Wing is back, season 4. We've got a new mat, we've got new teams, we've got more players, and we've got new scenario rules, a new scenario, all this fun new stuff. Appreciate you all being here. Thanks for watching.
This is certainly a far cry from the first season of Team League I joined.
First season of Team League was... Did you play in the first season? You did.
I wasn't even there for that one.
Oh yeah,
No,
the
I
second
was
season was... Yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot, but the first season was really bare bones. Like, it was just teams of 3, and then we went to teams of 5, and then we did 7 this season. Hey, Milkmaker Maniac, love that name. Thank you so much for the sub, gifting a sub. Much appreciated. It says we're at 89. So we're just 1 away from hitting our goal of 90. And we are underway here. Playing salvage mission. The Marauders going up against the Rail Runners. Should be a good time. I'm curious to see what salvage mission is like with the new scoring rules. I'll open up betting here. Betting is now open. Sevwall, what's up? Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
And I believe
Shout
that
out
hits the
to
goal
the-
of 90, doesn't it?
I believe it does. It sometimes, I think it does. Sometimes it does. It's already been counted towards my total, and so, but like, but the notification just comes when they show up, so it's a little weird. It has to be like a new subscription versus like one that's already renewed. So we'll see if that number updates in a second. It still says 89 right now, which is annoying. It's like, oh, you're gonna move the goalpost, Nick. I'm like, listen, I'm just going off of the number.
Have we already gone over the lists involved?
Not yet. I opened up betting. You can go over the list if you want to go over your guys' list. I'll do Paul's in a moment, but you can go first.
Okay, sounds fine by me. C4b4uDie, or Michael to our locals, is flying a first order list. He's using a wild card early. Just because he can. He's starting with the EOD Kylo Ren with 3 Force and Proton Torpedoes and Auto Thrusters, which is a 7-point menace. He's following that up with 3 First Order TIE Fighters. DT-79B with Elusive, EOD Scorch, EOD Zeta 5, and Commander Malorus, using Fanatical, Biohexacrypt, Tactical Officer, and General Hux. I know from
So the
testing
shtick
he
with
was...
Malorus is rerolls, right? Or rolling
Yes,
extra dice or
and
rerolls?
then-
I think it's rerolls.
It is rerolls, and he chose TIE fighters that get extra dice or access to them, and he chose Hux so that he could get extra actions while still picking up crates.
Now, here's the downside, though. With Malorus is everyone's going to be getting strained, and you have a lot of low initiative ships on CIS side, which means
This
they'll
is
be
true.
shooting at strained ships.
So he will need to be careful, but I think he's done a reasonable job in the setup of keeping a lot of stuff between him and all of those ships.
All right, I'll do Paul's list here. So we've got DIS 347, the Tri-Fighter. We just saw the DIS 347 coming right back. Fire control, booster rings, Deadeye shot, DBS 32C has Kraken and landing struts. This DBS allows you, looks like you'd spend calculus to coordinate, doing some coordination shenanigans. Then we got some Tread Federation drones. We got one of those. Has struts, munitions fail-safe, thread tracers. Just to let it load out there for a 2-pointer. TFS 311 has energy shell charges, and then we've got a Horde Shell prototype ×2 with the struts, energy shells, Bactoid proto with landing struts. You guys are gonna say proton rockets. This is a droid. It can't shoot proton rockets. The Bactoid prototype's ability allows it to ignore focus or target lock requirements, and it can shoot while having, I believe it just needs to have a calculate. For special attack, if friendly ability has a lock on the defender. So okay, so a friendly ship with network calcs has to have a lock on the defender for you to be able to ignore the requirements. Does not need to calculate to do it, but needs a friendly target lock on that ship. We'll see if it happens, but proton rockets are still scary. And we got another with the energy shell, proton rockets, and fire control system combo. Those are your lists. Betting is open. Thank you so much for your stream. I've been unemployed and looked at GSP for content and saw you took over for the greater good in XWA. So exciting. I've been reinvigorated about X-Wing. Me and my brother have been brought back into the fold. Thank you so much for bringing light in the darkness. Looking forward to Bay Area Conquest. That is one of the nicest chat messages I've ever read. That makes me feel really good. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to provide. I started my X-Wing career with GSP, and they've been a huge reason why I'm still here. But obviously, you know, as time has gone on, GSP has shifted in how much they make content for X-Wing. You can still watch their podcast every week, or sorry, not every week, but every month. But yeah, I'm so glad to hear. Most importantly, that you're playing again. That your brother is playing with you. Yeah, we are happy to continue to support X-Wing. So thank you for that. That was really sweet. You have a good place here, and join our Discord if you haven't already. It's an awesome community there. Very active, very active.
I will say that as online communities go, the X-Wing community that we found is wholesome in the best ways, and toxic in the most fun ways.
yeah, I definitely contribute to that too. It's like, it's the kind of toxic that you can always just like, you can just laugh off, because it's never actually toxic. It's like shit posting kind of toxic, right? When people are just trolling each other and it's all in good fun.
Absolutely, and you make such an easy target. Not to take away from just how nice and lovely that message to you was.
Super unrelated, but I gotta tell somebody. I saw the new Naked Gun movie yesterday, and you bet your ass I bought this cup. That is a functioning siren. Oh man, I had so much fun. The Naked Gun's my favorite comedy of all time, so I laughed a lot. It was really stupid, but this is the stupidest thing. Like, it really, like, in an era where we already have people talking and being on their phones during the movie, to give people this. Thankfully, I kept mine off during the movie, of course, but it's like it's a siren. Like, I gotta have it. It's hilarious. It's so, look at the cup too. It's so good. All right, well, let's take a look here at our lineup in terms of positioning. We did get some self bumps, and we got some punishment out of it too, unfortunately for Michael, as Kylo and DT had bumps, but Kylo is the one that took damage from it. DT did not. So free damage in a list. You only got a 5-ship list here versus a swarm, right? 8 ships. Doug, you know, obviously not ideal. How do you stop yourself from getting too tilted when those sorts of mistakes happen early in the game for you? What would you say people should do when they run into those sorts of things?
It's only turn 1. Sith happens.
Right. But man, health is precious
It
for
is,
FO.
especially on a 7-point ship like Kylo. I don't have a lot at the moment, other than saying he should probably get Kylo out of the line of fire.
Yeah.
Oddly, I think he'd probably handle that best by turning hard to ship left. I'm expecting that whole swarm to come banking in, if not turning hard in, towards the center of the board. He could probably outmaneuver that way, but if I'm wrong, I'm dead wrong. And that would be a costly mistake to make.
Yeah, I mean, they're all. I think you expect them to come into the middle of the board. Banking is always a little awkward for CIS. They don't love
I've
to do
noticed.
bank maneuvers.
I'm supposed to be a CIS player this time
Oh.
around, and it'll be interesting.
Gonna start grabbing some crates. There you go. Get a little marker out there. So, how do you feel about the new scoring changes, the games that you've played so far?
Not to play my hand too much, but I was prepared for them, and it hasn't really affected me as a result, but it did immediately feel like it hampered a lot of what I like to play, which is very ace type lists, very fragile lists.
You feel like it hampered those lists? I feel like I would argue it helps those lists.
And that's what I've been coming to realize as a result. I kept trying my normal stuff, and it allowed me to score a lot more points. I just felt like, at first, that I was so fragile that giving up additional points was not something I could afford to do.
Oh,
with
I
that
see what
type
you
of
mean.
list.
Yeah, I understand that. But I guess the trade-off
But
is
I'm
your
wrong.
opponent's in the same position as you, right? You can still get points from them.
Absolutely. And I've been seeing my opponents go for things that are a lot tankier as a result, which has allowed me to outfly them a lot of the time.
How do you feel about one? Oh, I think you meant one agility ships in the new scoring. Well, one of the things, like point fortressing in scenarios besides chance, has just always been a natural thing where you bring a 7-point ship and people just don't bother. Like Poe is a great example. Just people's like, I'm not gonna bother. Can't kill this thing in enough time. So now people are just dealing with the fact that there's a risk with everything that you bring, an inherent risk with losing points. So I don't think so. You could also argue that those ships feel less pressure to play the objective now because they are, as long as something in the list is playing the objective, you don't have to feel like every ship in your list has to be the one to scramble or take a crate or a compromise to just keep pace with your opponent. Because how many times have we played against CIS and they've grabbed 4 crates by turn 3 or 4? Like and then after 5 rounds it's 12-1 or 12-2. Now they're only scoring a couple of points. If they have more than you, they only get 2. They're not getting 4. They're getting twice as less. So I think there's a lot of nuanced trade-offs that we're all starting to realize. I haven't played a single game with the new point scoring. I'm not really playing that much X-Wing right now. I've just been kind of taking a break. Happy to be streaming and running the league, but he just not really in a position, a little too busy to be playing right now anyways. So I'm observing as somebody who has a lot of playing experience but hasn't played themselves with the new changes. However, I'm excited to watch people play with the new changes. I'm going to learn a lot anyways. So, and I'm excited to play it once I do.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Because while we're not planning to invite you down to stream again, we are planning to invite you back down to play with us.
Yeah, that would be fun. It would be fun to play with you guys. I've never had the chance.
We host a wacky tournament every month. And now that Joel's moving away, myself, my spouse, and a couple of others are taking over as the main TOs.
Oh, Joel's like not even going to be there anymore at all?
He is, but
Not all
Due
the
to
time.
family circumstances, he cannot be there as reliably as he has been for us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Joel,
So
really impressive what Joel did to kind of foster, build a community that the guys that like you guys have now. You have so many players pretty much because of
we
Joel.
do.
It's pretty awesome.
Not just him. It took a lot of effort, and he couldn't be everywhere all at once. And so what we just did was spread out and play games in the different and draw people in. Got a lot of returning players that way. Actually,
That's great.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good person to help build a community, though. Like, it's hard to do nowadays. Like, even with XWA and all the good things that are happening to X-Wing, set that aside for a minute and just think about just the natural dilemma that we're in, that this game is in the hands of the community, and how a lot of people don't play games that are no longer officially supported. So keeping players is hard enough, but growing your communities is really challenging, and it's been cool to see success stories like your guys's. Our group is still staying strong, but we've struggled. Like we've taken a few hits for sure.
A lot of the people in our group came in because they were my friends already. And so when the announcement came down that official support was ending, I cried and apologized to all of them for getting them involved in a game so late in its life cycle. It sucked. But seeing that we're basically a team of locals against the Rail Runners, which also looks like a team of locals who just joined Team League for the fun of it, it feels
pretty rare.
Amazing.
Like Draft League doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's also because it's a draft league. You draft people, but it's cool to have
something that can
league
only
like
happen in Team League, and I love it.
I'm proud of the Team League. I'm tooting my own horn here really quick, but I feel like I found something that is special and fun and also competitive, and as it's grown, that hasn't been compromised, which is pretty cool, and I thought would be a lot harder to do. I also think there's less pressure when you kind of band up with your friends. Like, you still want to perform for your team, but compared to when you're like drafted in the first or second round by a team, I think you feel more pressure there because of where you were valued by the person who picked you versus just like, hey, you want to make a team for this X-Wing thing? Yeah.
I can't speak to that. I haven't been part of the draft league or anything like that. Except for this upcoming season, I did sign up for that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I am not playing in the upcoming season. Hopefully stream more of it. I had a decent season. I think I was like, gosh, what was I? 5-3, I think. It was all right. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna focus more when I play X-Wing on like playing at the game store occasionally. And maybe here and there playing a game on TTS, but easing off the gas a bit for a while. So we have our first damage card here, face up, into who ended up taking this damage. This was into
Porchal Green.
Green with a structural damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, droids don't like that. They're already kind of a walking death sentence as it is. Oh,
Tyler
dude, you
didn't
didn't put
even
any
spend a
pressure
Pro
on me.
Tour for that.
I put pressure on myself because I expect to win. That's different than anything you did, Chris. I actually thought that I did pretty good in terms of helping the team win. I had a couple of games that didn't go my way, but it was fine. All right, this is going to be a shot from Scorch.
Yep, that's
into
Scorch.
range 3 obstructed into DIS, and I actually just realized I need to move my camera. My camera's in the way of the overlay.
It was fine.
I'm just gonna have to put myself over here. I will inform the crowd that I did end up placing an order for Culver's, but I won't be here for a couple hours because we're streaming. Okay.
Well, one of those looks like a happier shot than the other. Yeah. Trade Federation drone into Scorch at range 3. That is a threat chaser.
Yeah, get this free locks if you can.
Everybody within range 3 of him, which is that would include 347, might include Bactoid Prototype White, probably includes that. I'm not sure what else it would do.
Oh, that's pretty good. Spend the calculate for 3.
Yeah.
And Scorch doesn't have any green tokens, right? So that's gonna hit. Oh no, it does. Oh, this isn't a Kylo. Sorry, Kylo blows all his force. Got it. Okay, that makes more sense. So Kylo dodges the thread tracer. Yeah, Chris, you were a good captain, man. Andrew, shout out to Andrew. Also went 5-3. Him and I carrying the team. You know, and I say carrying the team because Pim, you know, Pim really let us down. You know, Pim was an absolute failure. I won the bet, Pim. I won the bet. The team just, it was just tough. It was you know, I mean, hell, he had Levi on our team who was like top 4 at Worlds, and he struggled a bit too. It's just, it's not.
Oh,
this game is
no,
not easy.
that is not good.
Yeah,
That
Kylo
is even
takes
worse.
a bit of a beating, and did he delete the
Kylo
damage
takes
card?
a panicked pilot.
Oh, there it is. No, he just brought it into the dice box. And that's half points.
It is.
And Kylo, yeah, Kylo's
And
gonna
the
have
other
to.
crit is a loose stabilizer.
Oh god, time to 5 straight. I don't know where you go. I don't know where you go. I think you have to go fast and straight.
I have to agree. There's.
That's so rough. Can you?
5
Well,
straight
oh no, you
might
can't
be a little
coordinate
bit
him
too
either.
fast.
Yeah, he'd have to do a 4 straight, or else he flies off the board. In the loose stable, he'll have to do it too hard to clear this. Assuming he's not dead, I think you have to. You think he might die, but
Then throw him into the enemy and see what happens. Outside of a single force next turn, his best bet is that to be range 0 of all of them, and that's not going to happen.
so after this turn, y'all, we will do our Kylo giveaway in honor of the Kylo on the board right now. The same
Soon to be off the board, Kylo.
It seemed to be off the board, Kylo. That's the spirit, but also probably not wrong. That's rough.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine. Situation normal.
You know, one ship is burning and very much on fire, but this is fine.
And yeah, 4-1 after. So Paul has more crates, right? Then no, it's tied. Okay, yeah, it is 4-1. They both have the equal number.
With that many guns, there is not a position that Kylo can run to.
Kylo conveniently got a panicked pilot before the loose stabilizer, so he can't be saved by a coordinate either. It's truly terrible for Kylo Ren right now.
Yeah. His only real option is What are blue maneuvers on Kylo? Like 4 straight, 3 straight? And that
Yeah, you
entire
could do it
horde is
4
going to come
straight.
down on him.
And take a look at the other scores coming through. Kalen Wong, the last ever world champion for official support of X-Wing, wins his first game of the team league, his first ever team league game. 22-8. General Grievance. I think they just
Cleaning up.
yeah, they're one away from a full sweep. So Tom's Wankers on the board. Dan Athy pulls out the win 23-22 over Jay Cruz's Joe Churchman. And Doug, you notice how many of these 1-point games there have been so far? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. The game that I played earlier this week was very similar in just how close the scores were the whole game.
Yeah.
It definitely ratchets up the tension.
Close games are not good for the heart rate. And so I think that automatically blocks Kylo's 4 straight.
I think you're right.
And if it does, there's a procket right there into him.
Assuming that prototype white that's much faster. Well, one of them is going to have a procket.
Yeah. Man, I'm like, it's bad because of loose stabilizer, but would have doing like a no, I don't know. I mean, just like a too hard. If the thing is, with the loose stabilizer, if I didn't have the stress that the panic pilot, I'd do the too hard and then reposition again, like do something in a boost or a barrel roll in a boost, try to get as many firing arcs as possible. It's just that's not an option either.
All right, so
But he will definitely could kill
then
something on the way out. So
I think that's his best bet. I don't
yeah,
think he's going to be able to catch green anymore, which was his best shot.
yeah, just fire a nice range 1 shot.
I don't know, maybe Hordshall yellow. Take that out. But at this stage, Kylo's just going to die. I don't think caring too much about that piece of board is going to matter as much anymore. Which makes me
Livo,
wonder what he's going to do with the rest of
thank you
his
for
list.
the sub. Welcome. Yeah, Paul's in a good spot right now for sure. You know, the question is if Michael's gonna drop a little C4 before he dies with Kylo there.
He'll try.
Also, how does that work? Can you explain to me how
Maybe one
C4
day.
before you die? So but that means it's the C4 isn't gonna be what kills. It's just you're kind of adding on to whatever is doing the killing. You're adding some C4 to it. Is that right? Is that what that means?
From what I can tell, it was of the games that he likes to play. It's probably CS:GO meme or something. Like he's about to be shot down and just throws out the C4 charge.
Oh, okay. So it's more like C4 before I die.
Yes.
But it's like before you die when you're speaking to a hypothetical. Got it. I'm glad we're covering the hard hitting stuff here. Nice little
Of
barrel
course,
fisting.
that feels pretty good, to be honest. Oh, but that sucks.
Oh,
Again, though, this is fine.
everything's fine.
I'm not worried. Zeta doesn't have a shot at, I don't think, unless you include those nubs. But this is fine.
Sure.
Oh.
I don't know. I think there
Oh,
might be a
no,
shot there.
No. Oh, he chose to.
Oh boy. So Kylo's
That is
really
one of the
dead now.
ballsiest maneuvers he could have made.
Yeah, but it's still not gonna work.
No, it isn't. But I don't know. He's got a decent shot at taking out green now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you take out green versus yellow, they're the same. Well, yeah, green did. You are more likely to kill
Green's got a
green. That's right,
structural
because green
damage.
has the structural and has the damage card. Yeah, so way more likely. But man, will it feel real bad if he takes that shot and he misses? He doesn't kill green. Can you imagine? Trying not to manifest that, but that would not be a good vibe.
No, it would not be. But that is okay. This is where God dice happen.
We have a kidder. Yeah, I think Paul does like that trade for sure.
Huh. 311 moves their calculate over to trade drone red. Is 32C going to coordinate somebody, you think? Looks like they are, and they're coordinating Horchal green for a barrel roll. No, not Horchal green. Okay. Oh. Both Factoids now have target locks on Kylo, thanks to that 32C coordinate.
All right, Kylo, here we go, buddy.
Take your shot. You've got 4 dice to deal 2 damage
Great shot,
against a
kid. That
ship
was
with
1 in a
1
million.
defense die. Yes, immediately followed by Luke Skywalker exploding. Dice tray. There we go. Why is he rolling 3?
I don't know. And who has 3 agility right now? Now we're all confused.
What? Is he taking the shot on the only... That would only make sense on Trade Federation drone red.
So he malices. He must be shooting at red. Yeah, not the right call. Oh,
No.
it rolls out of it.
I think the stress and the nerves probably got to him.
Yeah, and it's only 40. Still got 40 minutes left. It's plenty of time for that. Not yet.
Have I mentioned that my locals are possessed with this weird thing called anxiety?
Well, I have a lot of anxiety, so I can certainly relate to that. All right, who's taking this shot here? This is DT.
That was 798.
Took the strain to roll the extra die. And
Yep.
Malrus.
I believe Malrus would
Reroll.
see that to force the
Yep.
reroll.
Hit crit, and this is into Trade Federation. Let me see a blank out here from
Yep,
red.
that's also in the red. That's what it would take. But red is perfectly positioned.
Yeah, 3 dice. Range 2 obstructed, it looks like. Give me a blank out. Come on. Come on. Oh, it is range 3. Give me the blank out. That is not a blank out. At all, actually. Not even close to a blank out. Paul Heineke. So that's Scorch.
Scorch. Taking the shot into DIS. And with Malrus involved, is forced to reroll the blank.
There you go.
And then he spends the focus. Okay.
The other thing I will say with FO and being able to damage themselves, it's even more costly to do it in the new scenario rules with determination.
It is.
Because one step closer to half points when you do that now. And we did get DIS to take a damage card there. So minor victories where we can take them.
$32C.
Here we go. This is where Kylo's going to shake off every shot. Well, he just blinked out. That is a start. Well, Kylo would have died if there was one hit result. That's a bummer. He doesn't have any force right now.
No, he doesn't.
It is unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Was I right?
That is a range 1 out of Zeta 5.
I was right. Hey, he was in.
Okay. Alright, well, 3 dice with the focus. Into a single hit. That is not within range 2 of Malrus, so reroll, no rerolls.
And gets 2 evades, so
yep.
Few evades, few squiggles for Paul. I don't think he's getting lucky per se because he's rolling a lot of evades on shots that aren't really great. So
no. If Kylo somehow lives through this round, then the game might turn out a bit differently. But as it
would be absolutely insane if somehow Kylo we'd have to roll natties constantly. I believe yes, we have to see another terrible shot here. There's also a threat tracer that hit Kylo, right? Or there's a bunch of target locks out there. Oh no.
There's a couple target locks, and yeah, he needs to natty out of this shot.
Yeah, so he's going to.
He is. 100%.
Did he?
No.
Oh, it's an eyeball?
He didn't. It's an eyeball.
Oh,
so
no. That was like, oh, he did it. Oh,
just
no.
That bated breath moment of what could have been amazing, and no.
Gosh. Well, it's my stream. It's my league, so we can just say he nattied and force Paul to deal with it.
He nattied in my heart.
He nattied in all of our hearts. I think we all wanted him to natty there.
And then he nattied another 4 times after that. I'm gonna need to find something good to buy diabetic.
Are you you're diabetic? Is that what you said?
No, but he is.
Oh, he is. Got it. Yeah, he's gonna need something sweet, or not sweet. What is it? With diabetes, you have to like at certain times have to have sugar, right? Just can't have too much of it.
He's the type where he can't have too much of it.
Okay,
Type 2, I think it is.
got you. The more you know.
Well, I've been learning a lot, given that he's my roommate.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either. How many of you? Is it your partner and Michael? Anyone else live with you guys?
Yes, I acquired a house with a reasonable amount of space recently.
Okay. When you say the word acquired,
so
it sounds like you kind of just stole
picked
it
up
from
a bunch
somebody.
of friends who were. I mean,
It's been acquired.
that wouldn't necessarily be inaccurate.
And we're pouring it on here. The shot into, look at all those target locks and the thread tracer shot there. Going into Commander Malrus, who is on a rock. And his shield's down.
At least it's obstructed.
Yeah, so sometimes sugar crashes.
And if he gets too much sugar, he goes to the hospital.
Yeah, that's also not good. This is a energy shell charge and spending the calc for a crit. Changing eyeball to a crit. Malrus is going to take hit crit.
Takes it crit.
Is a loose stabilizer again. That's been the theme. The loose stabilizer.
That is not a great location to be in for loose stabilizer.
No. And yeah, we could see I think there's still a couple more shots going in, so maybe the end of Malrus as we know it. Yeah, this game could be over in like next 15-20 minutes, possibly.
We're at the stage where I would not be upset about a concession with the way that it has just gone.
Try to get as many points as you can, but yeah.
I will encourage that.
I wouldn't blame. I think I would agree that I wouldn't blame him for conceding. Damaged engine.
Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, I want every point just in case tiebreakers at the end of 8 weeks come down to points. But I care about the mental health of my teammates more.
Yeah, thankfully Paul is super cool. Like, he's a really sweet guy, so I think they're probably laughing about it. Paul is a very chill opponent.
I certainly hope so. But sometimes, when your opponent's a nice person, you wind up with all this anger, and you can't be mad at the other guy.
because they're nice. You'd almost rather they be a dick so you could be more angry.
They're so nice, but they're kicking your ass so much.
Make it stop. It's a good point.
Please.
So it's 11-2. I thought Paul had more crates, but it looks like there's still, it's just 1-1. I don't know. Paul does have more crates, doesn't he? So he should be at 12 points, I think.
Who's got the third crate for him?
So he's got one at the
Paul's
bottom.
only got 2 crates.
But Michael only has 1, right?
Michael has 2.
Does Maurus
He's got one on Zeta and he's got one on Scorch.
Oh, he has one on Zeta. Okay, I can't see that token. Is it just from the overhead view?
Yeah,
oh, it is.
blended
The
in
overhead
with
view
the
is
card.
blocking the token. There we go. Yep, so then that is 11-2. Good old Burwer Kret. Probably the most famous X-Wing pilot of all X-Wing pilots is Burwer Kret.
And what was his first appearance?
On the Tonight Show.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Burwer. So there's like some pilots at X-Wing where it's like, okay, I think they just ran out. They just like needed more pilots, so they just kind of came up with that name. They're like, shit, guys, we need another Nantex pilot. God, Burwer, Kret. Like, perfect.
I don't know. It's Star Wars. Throw some syllables together. That's why it makes perfect sense for one Mandalorian woman to be named Satine Kryze and for her sister to be named Bo-Katan, because those are absolutely names that would come from the exact same culture.
And then we have one, a French one, so Sabine, very French, Sabine. And we should have, we really should have a Mandalorian. This name's Al.
Those make sense.
We should have a Mando called Al.
And then we get Ursa.
Ursa's close, but if we could, we could just have like a Bob the Mandalorian or Al.
Oh no, this is cruel. I don't know if Malarus has access to a straight maneuver that won't land back on top of that same rock.
Oh no. No, Paul! Grabbing another crate there, a Burwer crate.
You're styling on my boy. Why are you doing this?
See, yeah, well, hopefully Maurus has some C4.
I don't know, maybe he decided to take revenge for the first 2 games that we got.
No, this is cruel. He's just being an asshole. Oh man.
Well, you know, it's not a war crime the first time.
Hey, Lambolo is here. Long time no see, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. It's good to have you. Welcome to Team League X-Wing. Game 2 of 3. There is one more game after this. And then your boy's going to be hopping on a plane on Friday to go to Texas to stream the Lone Star Open. So taking our nice fancy in-person rig on a plane, checking it twice. Hopefully nothing breaks. It'd be kind of hard for things to break, but you know, you never know the way they like to yeet things around onto the plane.
Only your spirit.
I'm not flying Spirit. That's at least.
Oh, well, at least you got that.
Yeah, I'm not flying Spirit. Spirit Airlines. Yeah, 21-19. It seems to be a pattern. Again, that's seems like a fun, close game. A lot of the games for this league so far that have been reported are all close. Sans a couple, but relatively speaking, a lot of close ones. My team has lost a tied game, 19-19, and also won 20-19. So come on through, 1-2 crew. Got to get that bad juju luck out of here.
Thank you, C4b4uDie, for
Oh,
taking the
there it
bad
is.
dice luck for all of your team's sins.
Hey, at least didn't get another damage, but Malrus on one hole.
If he had died by being stuck on that rock, to being stuck on that rock, I would have been upset.
Yeah, the new scenario will take a while to get used to, but it seems to be popular so far.
I took advantage, I will admit, of the fact that I had some experience with the scenario against my opponent on Monday.
Whatever could that mean? Whatever could that mean? Were you a playtester?
Mm-hmm. No. Yes, I am.
I was gonna say, I've seen Taylor Pirate already mentioned he's a playtester, and it's in his name, so you're allowed to say you're a playtester. You're fine.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's not the only one that's
my
mentioned it.
team, because we had Joel's connections, were brought into the process. And
Yeah, that's great.
our input was mostly valuable as people who were newer to the game, as opposed to old guard perspectives.
Oh, the Tri-Fighter just won't die. Spends the evade, no damage.
Tri-Fighter doesn't need to worry about dying. The rough thing is that those... And no arc there, yep. Those TIE fighters wound
Okay,
up
buddy.
completely out of position when they all wanted to keep being helped by Maruaders. And
I don't know if there is a sadder fate than Malrus in this game. Is there a sadder way for what to lose one of your ships in a game of X-Wing than the way Malrus is gonna die here?
It's the kind of thing where you take a look at a war movie and Maruaders is dying like a background extra.
Yeah.
At least that's a range 0 shot now. Blank out? Not quite a blank out. Okay then.
Oh, Mal?
Maruaders.
Hey!
Mal lives so far.
Another obstructed shot here.
Range 2 obstructed. How long can Maruaders keep this up?
Oh, another one, just one. Is there a target lock? Oh, there is.
Okay, at least this.
Oh, okay. Hey, 2 evades. Hey! It could happen.
Okay, Maruaders. I guess somebody decided to be a hero.
Range 3 into DT-798.
Total full string into full spring spending of focus, it looks like. Alright, a range 1 on Maruaders.
Gotta calculate.
Unobstructed.
Yeah, there we go.
We salute you, Maruaders. You did your best.
That rock, stuck between a rock and a rock place. Oh, poor Mal. Oh. Don't call to come back.
That entire list has networked calcs.
Yeah, Paul loves the 8-ship lists. That's his thing. And we're doing Kraken now. And Paul is up 15-2. This game is going by fast. I mean, there's still some time left, but like, despite the score, there's 21 minutes left. Like, by the time this game ends, probably closer to like 10. Like, you know, we're thankfully not starting the next game too early.
Yes. I'm just checking in on the bounties.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know how this league works, players can assemble their own team, one captain, 4 other players. Captains play, except in my case, I'm just managing my team. And then you can sign up as a team, but then if you don't have a team, you sign up as an indie player, an independent player, and you get randomly assigned to fill out the last 2 spots on a team. And so the teams end up being 7 players, and each player chooses a faction. That's their assigned faction. And then every week, 5 of the 7 players are assigned to play, and the bench makes up 2 of those players that don't play on the team. They can sub in, or if they don't end up subbing in, their factions can be used as a wildcard faction. So captains decide the matchups, but they don't know what faction the other player is necessarily for sure going to bring. You can only get an idea of what they can bring. So it's a cool way to kind of get a little bit of variety, and to not be able to build and tech against perfectly. The wildcard faction rule has been around since we started the league. It's been very popular. I'm really happy with how it's kind of turned out. The other stipulation is once a player uses a wildcard faction, they have to use it at least one during the season, but they cannot play a wildcard faction 2 weeks in a row that they're playing, or just 2 weeks in a row in general. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. Well, it's an 8-week season, 20 teams, 4 divisions, 2 conferences, and then there's a 3-week playoff.
Good news for my team is now we have 7 weeks to fit in 5 other people to use wildcards.
All right, so I think this is going to be the 5th round coming up, if I'm not mistaken. And so for my goal, if he's going to keep playing, you could try to get DIS. DIS has a crate, so can't do much repositioning. Probably just going to evade again. So get a couple shots in a DIS, get a few more points. Just try to get your team some points, because mission points just really matter in this league. It's the main tiebreaker.
Last season I told my team, because we were pretty much all newbies, aim for double digits.
Yeah, double digits, it will help for sure. Yes, 6i1's very OP. We have 40 people watching right now on a Wednesday night. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. If you're watching your team or you're in the team league, your emotes are available to you in the chat. If you're subscribed, you have access to all the team emotes. Not sure if we're just waiting. Who we're waiting on here might be C4b4uDie.
I don't know either.
There's Ham Dongle going to be playing in the next round, the next game. That's going by fast. We've got 17 minutes left of this one, then we got one more, and that's it already. Jeez, 3 games X-Wing going by that quickly. I thought it was going to be a long night. It doesn't feel like it's going to be, despite me being very hungry.
Well, since Green didn't die when Kylo didn't shoot at it, it looks a lot like Paul is about to score the bargain basement bounty.
And what is that bounty? Remind us.
Start a game with at least 4 Vulture Droids and end the game without losing any of them.
Yeah, yeah. We thought Green was on the ropes. It's interesting. Like, I know that to be tilted, it happens. You make a target priority mistake, but you had range 1 on a ship that had a structural damage right in front of you. Like, I'm just surprised that even that wasn't enough to be like, oh yeah, that's right, I got to shoot at that thing.
I think what happened there, other than, as you said, getting tilted, is he saw that he had 2 different arcs on 1 Vulture Droid and decided that was better than taking a chance with Kylo at range 1. But given that said Vulture Droid then immediately had the range 3 bonus against both of those, as well as the full blockage, fully obstructed, and just nattied out of both of those attacks,
Yeah. Lambolo, thank you for gifting 3 subs. Appreciate it. We're at 93. I think our next goal is at 100. Sorry to interrupt there, Doug.
All right. No.
Sorry, that's the wrong screen. This is the screen I meant to. There we go.
No, we will
hit our
celebrate the community doing well.
Oh, I got to get rid of the sign up for the team league little blurb. That no longer is a thing. We have closed signups and we're already started. So let's get rid of that one. Timers.
Well, while they're working out the rest of that part and about to go into shots, just wanted to say real quick, we the Michiana Marauders have I'm going to do a shameless plug for our own local tournaments. Come by anytime.
Where is it? How are people going to know where to come by if you just say come by anytime? Where do you time? Where? What?
We are at the Slice and Dice Gaming Cafe. We do wacky rule sets, and this month the wacky rule set is that no men are allowed.
Well, there you go. All female pilots, or not, or just not all female, just all non-men pilots.
Yeah, just no male pilots, no male crew, no male gunners.
It still has to be kind of challenging. It's going to be a lot of similar lists.
NB menaces are great. It will. There's some accounting for sister, so that clones get a generic pilot. But Republic honestly does not need to worry about that. They've got so many female Jedi. Two hits and a crit going into 347.
Come on.
Yeah, Kia would be completely allowed at this event, as they are non-binary.
Oh, Liam, that's my God, that's tough to read, dude. I've been there, but man, I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, it's like depressing to put in the Twitch chat. God.
There's a console fire that just landed on 32C. I thought that was going into DIS. Oh well. I was so hopeful for a second that DIS was about to die.
Well, Liam, I hope you find a new job soon. You can, if worst case, you can get a job being my bitch. It pays well. It pays 6 figures. Do doom and gloom. It's fine. You can be doom and gloom. I just wasn't expecting. I just didn't expect you to put that. It's a bummer. It is genuinely a bummer.
Oh no. That is technically a double modded No, that's Horchal. That's green. Okay, that's just
Yeah, no rocket.
a normal attack. No rocket. Okay. Uh-huh. That's curious.
Liam, people are just gonna say, why doesn't he get a job? I'd be like, he's trying.
I think Paul has been mistakenly recording the damage cards for DIS on DBS32C. Because there's a little console fire token over there next to DIS, and
Oh yeah, he is. The times indicated on the
petty
website are in
revenge.
Chicago times. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Jamo. Are you talking about the conquest? It's just gonna show you what time it is in your time zone. So you're in Central Time, right? So it's gonna show you what time it would be in Central Time.
Correct, elusive, and got nothing.
Oh, you're in Eastern.
Which
Well, yeah.
means
Then
that is
it must be just based on my time
798.
zone. So whatever, an hour later for you.
798 gets halved.
It is 11 a.m. Central Time for Bay Area, yeah, because it's 11 a.m. for me. So I think it's just based on my time zone. I thought it would translate for whoever, but no. So it'd be 12 Eastern for you is when it would start if you're in Eastern time. Jeez, okay, Michael, there you go.
All right, a natty out. Another range 3. Hit crit, and that takes out 798.
I think that's it, right? Wait, no, crate wise, yeah, I think yes, two crates to one.
No, DIS was carrying 1.
Yeah, but there's still
And
2 crates in the middle of the board right now.
yes, but both of Michael's crate carriers have been untouched so far.
Oh, I keep Zeta, man. The angle Zeta's token keeps getting blocked. I keep forgetting Zeta has one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
So
you
it'll
get
only be
DIS as
19
one
to
hole
5.
left.
Maybe. Did DIS ever roll for that console fire?
I'm not sure. I
I
can
don't
check
know.
the chat log. Here we go. There's the console fire roll. Are we gonna get the hit? And not dead, unfortunately. Womp womp womp. 19 to 4.
Well, Captain could hope. The good news for Michael is that he's got a reasonable shot at scoring 2 more points.
Yeah,
Maybe even 3.
that is good news. So lots of action for the team league today. Lots of games being played today. And then who's Emerald Axolotl? That's a local of yours, right? You know who that is?
He comes by with us every now and then. Yeah.
Okay.
I've met him. I played with him a couple of times.
Yes, I love
I
his I love his
don't think it's
profile
Jake.
picture. His profile picture of Yoda. It's just cracks me up every time.
We've got a bunch of odd ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're like the Bad Batch.
Of a sort. It's not like our damaged decks all happen to have the Bad Batch's ship on them.
I mean, that's right. That is called the Marauder, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a
it
good
is.
show, man. One of my favorite scenes in Star Wars.
It was too good an opportunity for us to pass up.
Yeah, it's too good. Is when
I've got
Palpatine like shows up and
Eva.
gives like an emergency address at the Senate and Bad Batch. I'm like, why? This isn't a cartoon. Like, come on, this is so good.
Yeah.
All right, last round. Round 6. We hit the 6th round mark. And our last game of the night is coming up after this. It'll be a matchup between Stitch from 332nd Company, trying to get his first series win, going up against Ham Dongle, trying to stop a series loss from happening, at least on his watch. So game 3 should be fun, should be exciting, should be thrilling. Best scene of Star Wars is when Anakin slays the kids. Well said. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't actually get that scene.
We don't. We just have a implied scene, essentially.
It's look, it's softcore child murder, and I like it hardcore. Be explicit. Oh no, Seda. Okay. Yep. 5 straight of 8. That makes sense to me. Oh, chose not to take the evade and repaired the console fire instead. Okay. Well, Scorch. Target lock, huh? That makes sense. I think the only ship of Paul's that might even have a shot this round is Bactoid White.
Yeah.
Not that he needs it, but yep, okay. Alright, Scorch. This one's for a few marbles. That hurts. That hurts my soul.
I am here to be messed with, for sure. Yeah, just so Paul just did Paul just win this game without losing a ship?
I think you're right. I don't think he lost one of them.
Looks like it. All right, each get one, and final score It's gonna be 20 to 6.
20 to 6.
20 to 6 is the final score. Pay out our bets here.
Well played. It's a fair game.
Yeah, they're on
One
the
of these
board. I
Mondays,
think
I'm
you
going to
guys
go on a
still
road
just
trip.
have to- Yeah, just gonna have to. You just have to win one more, right?
That is
I believe.
correct.
Yeah.
We currently, the series is at 2-1, our favor. So we'll need to win one more, and they need to win both of theirs.